a Saiyan in the house. YouTube coming in from the headquarters again. Buzz Saiyan in the house. Right. Okay. So what I got for you today, guys, is a deck tech on Marvel versus 2PCG, all that stuff. Going into my Mono Queen deck, I suppose. Played this game with my mate last week, past 2 weeks. We got absolutely blown away by it. Very simple to pick up, very easy to play. So I thought I'm going to share with you my first attempt in building a deck. And as of course you would go with the alien, I went with the queen. No, I haven't got the alternate artwork level 2. I already looked into it. It's like £20 to get one. I don't think it's worth it. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. But anyway, let's get into the deck tech and let me talk you through what I was thinking when I built this deck. So to start with, we have a toolbox there on the right before you ask. Yes, it is a toolbox. I also have tools in my house, like most people. I'm not going to review my toolbox today. That will be stupid. So, Queen. Level 1 Queen, what she does. For a I don't even know what it's called. For a space, in your build phase, you can flip the top 5 cards of your deck, take a card with Swarm in it, and all the other names, all the other cards with the same name as that card. So if you're lucky, you can get more than one card. I'm sure there are some cards out there help you rearrange the top of your deck. It will combo with this card really well. Every time you play, every time you manage to get at least 2 characters into the game that have the same name and Swarm, she gets an experience. When she levels up, she needs 3 experience for that. Keeps the first ability. Second ability, really cool. You can basically get an Ovomorph egg from anywhere, hand, deck, discard pile, put it in your back row, and try to hatch every single Ovomorph you have. Talking about hatching, if you play with the Queen, if you play with the Ovomorphs, you will want to use your Ovomorph deck, which is a special little deck with 4 cards. 3 of them is a Facehugger, 1 of them is a Plot Twist, meaning that the Ovomorph doesn't hatch, and you shuffle this card back into your Facehugger pile. Guess what happened to me? First time playing, got finally my Ovomorph out. Guess what I flip? Extended Incubation. Second time, I get my Ovomorph out, trying to hatch it. What do I draw? Extended Incubation. Third time, I get my Ovomorph out. Third game or fourth game, I don't even know. Guess what I draw? Extended Incubation. You got 75% chance to get everything else besides Extended Incubation. Absolute nightmare. But hey, so if you get a Facehugger out, you can basically steal one of your opponent's supporting character, put it into your back row, you attach the Facehugger to it, and if you have a space, you can sacrifice that supporting character, and you can put an alien, a creature with Swarm from your hand into the back row. Amazing, amazing card. Of course, if you're not like me and you actually manage to avoid drawing Extended Incubation like all the time. Right into the creatures. Now, the thing is with the Queen is you obviously want to get loads of the same cards down there. So I thought you can have 8 copies of Adolescent Xenomorph in the deck. I didn't max out. I put 7 in. I think that's a decent amount to have in. Yeah, there are probably arguments why I should put the 8th one in or why I shouldn't put any of these into the deck. But don't forget, this was my first attempt in playing these. You're in playtesting. It was actually pretty good. You have pretty good chances of hitting at least 2 of your Adolescent Xenomorphs to give an XP to your Queen. So, yeah. Overmorphs, again, if you want to really abuse the level 2 queen's second ability, you need to have some overmorphs in it. And I thought, well, let's max out on these bad boys because they can always be very useful. If you get it right, the potential in this card is really cool. And it helped me to deal with my opponent's Hudson. Um, if you don't know what Hudson does, Hudson is actually a pretty hardcore character, Private Hudson. Um, in any combat for free, you can stun a character that is melee attacking a character on your side. You may use this power any number of times each turn. It's an absolute bomb. You need to, well, if you're with the aliens, if you're playing mono aliens, you need to come up with some inventive ways so you can get around Private Hudson. One of them is the Omomorph. The other one I'm gonna get to in a minute. So then to 2 drops for Ferocious Xenomorphs. I think the Ferocious ability, like First Strike ability, is really good. 3/2, 1 wound, it does its job. Leaping Xenomorph, it's very good to have a flyer, even though it only flies during your turn. But it's got 2 wounds, which can be very handy. It's quite, if he gets on the ground, he will stay there for a while, even though he's a 4/1. With the flight, it's very easy to get through. Damage Ripley, don't forget I was playing against Lieutenant Ripley. She has a defense of 4. Getting in there is crucial early game. Then for 3-drop, I have 4 Acid-Blood Xenomorph. Again, one of those tough motherfuckers with 2 wounds if it's been wounded already. While wounded, if it attacks, it gives out -1/-1 counters. Pretty amazing. And then by far my most favorite is the Xenomorph Spitter. I think for a 4-drop it's quite decent. If you playing from the alien pool of 5/4 with range, the only alien that has range, and its ability to put 2 -1/-1 counters times the number of Xenomorph Spitters you have in game, it can be just absolutely game breaking. I managed to use him once. I put 4 -1/-1 counters out. Just literally my opponent just scooped. It was like, well, there's nothing I can do. Let's just let's just play the next game. And at the heavy hitters, I have 3 the perfect organisms in here. No, it doesn't have swarm, but it's an amazing thing. I actually managed to amplify uh, his second ability. This is huge. It's big. Tripled his attack to 12. Just annihilated. 2 wounds as well. Really good. Really useful card. And then I run 3 dragons. I didn't go any higher. I didn't include any queens or the child. Maybe I should include a few queens so I can power up my main character. But as a matter of fact, as long as you just get out, your 1 2 drops real quick, then they should normally be able to defend against the company deck. So dragon, the most resilient one out of all of the aliens in here, got flight, and the fact that he can heal a wound, potentially even heal 2 wounds if you amplify with a space, very useful, very useful. 5-drop 7/2, you get what you paid for. And then this is it for supporting characters. Into plot twists, got 4 chest bursts. It's got one of the most amazing artwork ever. She is so scared there. It's just absolutely amazing. The way how they managed to really catch the essence of the movies is pretty cool as well. We got 4 Build a Hive, which I found very useful actually. Being able to just turn an enemy location face down, it is the most annoying thing for your opponent. And then Spook. Spook was the other way how I really managed to get around Hudson. The fact that I could just daze Hudson. If Hudson gets KO'd, the main character gets wounded. So it was a really cool little thing to have in the deck. And then for locations, 4 LV 426, 4 blue, 4 space, and 3 Auriga, just so I can use or I can amplify the perfect organism. Actually, the aliens don't use up a hell of a lot of locations. I found it's much better if you just have more sort of characters. There is an argument that I should probably take out maybe a few plot twists, but I quite like the fact, if I can draw into them and just, you know, surprise my enemy, play around it. Chest Burst, absolutely amazing card. Really, really, really good. The fact that you can use it in your opponent's combat as well. If this is a melee attack, put 2 -1/-1 counters on a character in the combat. It's not a supporting character, it can be a main character, and it's just an absolute surprise. The amount of times I chest bursted my opponent when he was like getting into like a really big attack and thought about everything, and all of a sudden I'm like, no, chest burst, sorry mate. It's amazing, it's amazing, really cool card. I would definitely recommend it. It doesn't, obviously you got to use it with aliens, but this card really makes this deck turn around. Just so good surprise element, exactly like in the movie. That's how it's supposed to be. So I really like the thematics. I really like how cleverly they designed this, and it's quite amazing how much you actually feel like that you're playing the game. Plus, we were listening to the soundtrack of Alien Isolation and the Alien the first movie, and I tell you what, it really gave you the feeling that you're playing inside the movie. It's like almost like a cinematic experience that we had playing when we played with these cards. And of course, thematically, against the Queen, I built the deck around Lieutenant Ripley. And I might share that with you guys in another video as well. But for now, peace out. Buzz saying, just kidding. Buzz saying is out. But if you like it, then you can like, subscribe to my channel. You can leave comments. I don't know a hell of a lot about this game. Maybe you can tell me more things about it. But yeah, it's all right. It's around. It's cheap. It's balanced because you can't build a 1,500 pounds, modern deck with Tarmogoyfs and Dark Confidants and all that stuff. Hashtag Junt. And just run away with the game when your friends have they might not want to invest into the game, or they're more into Pauper, and you just rock up with your tier 1 deck and just blast them out of the sky, completely put them off the game. This is very balanced. Everybody who buys a set will have the exact same cards. It is really down to the skills and to the to the random generation of what cards you draw, how this game is gonna turn out. So yeah, give it a go. I did, and I was very pleasantly surprised. So well done, Upper Deck. Um, um, I might review some more stuff from this game in the near future, see how it goes. At this moment in time, I just really want to try out my Predator cards. So yeah, I'll get back to you on a review on that as well. But yeah, again, peace out, YouTube.